9 to 5 jobs are genuinely a blessing in disguise. I mean, at least mine was for me. And a question I get sometimes is like, look, dude, I got no money. Should I go start online business? And I'm like, dude, no. Like, you need to get a job first, okay? Because a job is the ultimate stepping stone to online business. And I'm going to explain my story and my philosophy around this. But genuinely, if you're in a job right now and you're like, oh, I see all these guys doing online business stuff, they're winning, they're doing so much better than me. I want you to know that you're like 2 steps away from you being in that same spot. And you're actually ahead of a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys that spout online business stuff all day, all the time, actually don't have that much money. Okay, they're living paycheck to paycheck themselves. And so I want to explain why you're in probably an incredible position right now if you have a 9 to 5 job, and how you can leverage it to get to the online business, to get to the freedom, to get to the independence. Okay, when I started, I was in car sales. I had dropped out of college after 2 months. I was like, dude, I need to get, like, I knew college wasn't the right place for me. I was like, look, I need to get some money because, I got like $1,000 to my name right now, if that. And my parents, take care of me. I'm 18 years old. I need some money. And so I hit up the local car dealership. I got a job, and I was like, look, I think I can sell for you guys. Like, I think it'd be good life experience. And I think if you train me to sell, I could do good work for you. And so somehow I got the job interview and the job. And at 18 years old, I'm selling cars. I'm selling cars to grandparents, parents, people of that age. And I turned 19 shortly after, and I sold cars for about a year. And my entire goal there was like, get money, get life experience. That was it. I felt like I was 4 years ahead because I had dropped out, and I was like, look, I'm going to be in a shit ton of debt. And instead of being in all that debt and getting a job that's going to make me, I don't know, 70, 80, 100, I'm just going to go make this 70 to 80 right now, or at least try to in a job. And I'm going to be 4 years ahead of everybody else, or 4 years ahead of where I would have been, because it really was just a competition against myself, nobody else. And so I'm doing that, and I'm there, and I'm starting to discover these online business things. I'm a young kid. I'm 19 at the time. This is early 2018 at this point, and I'm starting to see these online business things. One of the big ones was drop shipping. I'm like, drop shipping, huh? Well, that makes a lot of sense. Like, I understand how that works. Okay, like, yeah, you do this, and this. You ship the product from China. You run the ad. Okay, like, I don't know, I'll give it a shot. And what I started to do was I was stacking up all the cash from my job. I wasn't buying anything. I was buying like some groceries, and I was paying for my car, and I still live with my parents at the time. I'm basically a kid. I'm a teenager still, right? And so I had the luxury of that, and so I took advantage of it. And I was stacking, like I said, and I started to take the money that I was stacking, and I would start to test products. And I was like testing products, advertising, talking with manufacturers, building a website, doing the design, stuff like that, paying for the software. I was taking the money that I was making from the job that is apparently a trap. Okay, people call it a trap. I'll explain that in a second. And I was funding my ideas and my hustle and something that would eventually turn into my business. Now, drop shipping didn't hash out for me. Didn't really work out. I tried and failed 7 or 8 different stores. I think it was 7. And it was just a very long roller coaster of things. And I ended up on Instagram theme pages, and it just took off for me. And I was still funding that stuff with the income from my job, and eventually it just clicked, and it took off, and I quit from there, and I'll explain that in a second too. But when people call it a trap at your 9 to 5, I truly believe it's only a trap if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I'm helpless. Oh, I can't do anything to get out of this situation. And people often find themselves there when they use the money that they're making from their job like an idiot. Okay? They're using the money that they make so stupidly. They're gonna go buy the new Gucci drop, and they're gonna buy this and that, and let's go to the movies, and let's go out drinking and partying, and eventually their paycheck that they just got that was decently sized, okay, with their very low expenses, is gone. It's poof. It disappeared because they had no self-control, they had no discipline. And so if you could just skip that step, if you can skip the step from like make money before you fund it, it's the spending step, if you can just reduce that shit, okay, and just start to stack and then fund your thing, you're ahead of 99% of people. People clown on it. They're like, oh, well, don't save money. These billionaires tell you to save money all the time. You shouldn't save money. You should spend it. Well, you got to spend it on the right things. You need to spend it on your ideas and yourself. You have to believe in yourself enough to say, I have these good ideas. I'm going to go test some things and I'm going to risk my own capital on that. Okay? And so if you can do that, that is the ultimate stepping stone. That is the ultimate security. You use the money from your job, you pay off your bills, your car, your rent, whatever it is, and all the extra stuff is your fun money to fund your online stuff and test. It takes a couple things though. You have to be committed. If you're not committed, it's never going to work and you wasted all the funding. Okay? 2, you have to have a good idea that you believe in. You have to have some self-belief. If you have those 2 things, you have commitment, you have self-belief in your idea being incredible, you can absolutely crush it. And so when people say, "Oh my God, it's a trap. You should just forget the job, just quit." I'm like, dude, quit. The worst position you could ever be in is a position with no cash flow, a position of survival. When people get into the position of survival, all they're thinking about is short-term stuff. Short-term, what do I need? I need money. I need money. Oh my God. What do I do? I gotta make money. And so they start to do some, I don't even know what they do. Scam people? I don't understand. And so when you think short-term minded, it is the worst position to be in. And you get there by quitting your job and going all in on something that you have no progress in. Okay? When I quit, it was kind of like my income for my job was like here, okay? And then after like 9 months in of starting the online stuff, it was getting close. And so I was like, you know what? I got a couple pages at this point. One's really taking off. I'm making a bunch of money here. How do I balance this? Do I keep working the 16-hour days? Because I'm 8 at the job, and I'm about like 6 from like, you know, the side stuff, and then I'm at the gym a little bit and like eating and stuff. And so there's my 16 hours, and my sleep is getting crushed. And do I keep doing that because I'm almost making as much? Or do I take this independence and freedom I'm starting to feel and go all in on it now that I have leverage and I have momentum and I have a bunch of cash stacked up? And that's what I did. I did it the quote safe route, okay? I didn't burn the ships. I didn't burn the boats. I did it the smart way. I did it the way that 99% of people should do it. You do it in a way that's sustainable and long-term minded, so that it's not a guessing game and like a maybe and you're like an unreliable person and you're up and down. No, you do it in a way that's like, okay, I'm going to quit the job, but this is it. I'm going all in on this forever. I'm never coming back here. And I'm never coming back here because I stacked up a bunch and this thing is already working and I'm not playing guessing games and I'm taking care of my family. And this is something that can last forever, long term, and it's not going to crash and burn. If you think like that and you can stay committed and you can believe in yourself, because fundamentally, this is a belief in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're gonna burn your money and waste it on a bunch of stupid bullshit. If you do believe in yourself, you're gonna start to fund your ideas and have a little bit of like, oh yeah, like I think I can do this. Like the confidence is gonna be there for you to actually take the leap and start to fund your own thing and run both your job and this thing, whatever it is, at the same time. And that is exactly why a 9-to-5 is a blessing in disguise. It's not a trap, unless you're an idiot. It's a blessing in disguise. Look, guys, I appreciate you being here. If you want help growing your own thing outside your 9-to-5, links below. I help people grow theme pages and their personal brand. We absolutely crush it. We have a ton of people winning. And secondly, if you like these videos, please subscribe below. I'll put my IG here. You can follow me there. You can connect with me, shoot me a DM, and I'll see you guys in the next video.